You're listening to Simply the Best, Great Companions around the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, with Shaykh Sadullah Khan. This podcast is brought to you by Seekers Hub Global. You can subscribe to this podcast and all of our other podcasts on iTunes, Google Play, and on our website, seekershub.fm. Visit seekershub.org for free online courses, our reliable answer service, and engaging media.
Salman al-Farsi, Searcher of Truth.
Rusbeh bin Khusfudan Isfahani was born in Jiyah near Isfahan in Iran, a protected son of a privileged Zoroastrian priest, and Rusbeh himself entered into the priestly class of the Zoroastrians at the age of 16, serving devoutly for 3 years. He was impressed by his encounter with some Christians and told his father that their religion is better than ours. His father obviously was angered by this. Rusbeh nonetheless joins a caravan on his way to Syria to be with the Christians and stayed in Damascus, Mosul, Nasibin, Amuria, and there an abbot, a priest, advises him to go to a city in Arabia between two hills with a lot of palm trees. And he deduced that from a reference in the book of Isaiah. He joined a caravan to Wadi al-Qura, where he was sold as a slave to a Jewish person by the name of Uthman bin Ashil. This is near Medina, where he heard of the arrival of the messenger. He tests the messenger by giving him charity and then giving him as a gift. And he sees that this person of a wonderful demeanor, great character, and fulfilling the tests of a prophet, he embraced Islam. Uthman bin Ashil freed Rusbeh for 300 date palms and some gold and silver. The Prophet ﷺ himself engaged in the planting of some of these trees. Rusbeh, and the Rasul named him Abdullah, and he was known to us more as Salman al-Farsi, Salman the Persian, was the first person officially commissioned by the Rasul to write down a Quranic text, Surah Fatiha in fact, in a foreign language and send it to other people. He wrote down Surah Fatiha in Persian and sent it to the people of Iran at that time. At the Battle of Khandaq, the Battle of the Trench of the Confederates of Azab, it was he who suggested the idea of building a trench around Medina to keep out the formidable enemy and to safeguard the Muslims. Though he was appointed by Khalif Umar and by Khalif Ali to the governorship of Madain, he was a very humble and consistent person. In fact, he gave all the money of his income as governor to the charity, and he himself, he said, أُحِبُّ أَنْ آكُلْ مِنْ عَمَلِ يَدِي, I like to eat from the work of my own hands. As governor of Madain, near Baghdad, where he died at the age of 88 and lies buried in a shrine there, a friend said that at his death, he had nothing in his house except the clothes that he wore, a mat on which he prayed, and a pitcher of water. He says, Salman used to say, I buy a palm leaves for 1 dirham, sell it for 3, then I invest 1, buy 1 palm leaf with the 1 dirham, and the other 1 I spend on my family. The last advice he gave was the words of wisdom to Sa'ad bin Abi Waqqas. He said, اذكر الله عند همك إذا هممت وعند يدك إذا قسمت وعند حكمك إذا حكمت. Call Allah to mind in your moments of concern when anxiety strikes. Call Allah to mind when you have at your disposal that which needs to be dispensed. And call Allah to mind when you decide in matters pertaining to judgment. The Prophet loved him so much that he said, Salman minna min al-bayt. Salman is one of us. He is from my family, from my household. Salman the Persian came from a foreign land, searching through many religions. He was honored by piety and elevated by his faith. The poets say, لَعَمْرُكَ مَا الْإِنسَانُ إِلَّا بِدِينِهِ فَلَا تَتْرُكِ التَّقْوَى اتِّكَالًا عَلَى النَّسَبِ فَقَدْ رَفَعَ الْإِسْلَامُ سَلْمَانَ فَارِسٍ وَقَدْ وَضَعَ الشِّرْكُ الشَّرِيفَ أَبَا لَهَبٍ. Your living and your humanity is by your faith. Your piety is not reliant upon your ancestry. Islam elevated the humble Salman al-Farsi, and shirk has devalued the haughty Abu Lahab. Salman focused neither on his ancestry no on his history. He rather considered himself a Muslim and a global citizen. Often he used to say, Ana Salman ibn al-Islam min Bani Adam. I am Salman, the son of Islam, from the children of Adam. The Prophet ﷺ is reported to have said in a hadith documented in Tirmidhi that everyone desires paradise. فَإِنَّ الْجَنَّةِ تَشْتَاقٌ إِلَى ثَلَاثَةٍ عَلِيٌّ وَعَمَّارٌ وَسَلْمَانٌ. Everyone desires paradise, but paradise desires three people and longs for them: Ali, Ammar, and Salman al-Farsi.
Thank you for listening to Simply the Best. Great companions are on the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, with Shaykh Sadullah Khan. If you liked this podcast, we'd appreciate if you left us a review on iTunes and Google Play. Help Seekers Hub build a global Islamic seminary and spread the light of guidance to millions around the world by supporting us through monthly donations by going to seekershub.org/donate. Your donations are tax deductible in the US and Canada.